Mit DAD sitzen wir ja am Rhein-Herne-Kanal. When you started your band in the 80s, what kind of music scene was it in Denmark right then?
Well, of course it was pretty mixed, but we were very much interested in the whole punk scene. So we were very much, we were actually on our way from doing a lot of skateboarding, going into the Proberaum and doing some punk rock. So we were trying to learn to play along with a lot of other young people in Copenhagen, and I think maybe in the rest of the world. Eine Subkultur.
But I heard or read somewhere that DAD was found as kind of a protest against the punks. But why was there a protest?
We were we were in the punk movement, but the punk movement was very dark and depressive, and we were just happy kids growing up in Copenhagen, skateboarding and having a party. So we brought the joy into the music actually, and the punks loved it. So yeah, they showed up and had a party.
And who inspired you, music-wise or show-wise?
Oh, a lot of people. I mean, music-wise, there was a band called The Gun Club that we enjoyed a lot. But also I think that maybe the Ramones had this kind of joy and a pop element or romantic element maybe even that we, you know, tagged onto. But I think that mainly we try to find our own style. So when we started out, the style that we played, we called it cowpunk, which was a little ding-ding-dong, but played very fast.
And how did you find this word cowpunk? Why cow?
I mean, it was because I don't know, looking back on it now, I think we were looking for roots. We were trying to find some kind of maybe blues roots or country roots or whatever. But I think that back then we just thought that country and western was the most ridiculous form of music that you could ever think of. So why not make fun of that and throw it into the punk machinery?
And what inspired the whole visual thing of DAD?
I think it's just something that comes along with the music and the desire to make a great performance. When we are rock fans, but we want to see something happening on stage, and we can't hold it back. You know, it just comes all the time.
And where do you get your inspiration?
For the stage, well, you know, dreams.
Yeah, I think maybe that's
bad sleep and beers, hangovers. Yeah.
I think that maybe, I mean, if we've got some kind of creative juice going, I think stuff like that pops up. I mean, for the last 20 years, we've had this feeling, wow, that was a great idea. I'm sure we're never going to top that idea. And then suddenly a new idea pops up. I think we just have to be thankful, you know, it's good.
How did this idea for the drums that are rising start?
We're just hanging around thinking about what are we gonna do, and even now we got an even better idea. So the drum rise, as it really is actually already an old idea. Have a look and come back next year.
I have a last question. You are brothers, and very often it happens that brothers can be best friends, but they can also fight and hate each other. So what about you both?
I think that we are more or less what you in Denmark call pseudo-tvillinger, pseudo-twins. So we are more or less twins because there's only 14 months between us. So, I mean, one is not more clever than the other. Maybe that's the reason that we get along fine.